friends, I'm Simple Cheeks and welcome back to another speed build. Happy Sunday and I hope you're all doing alright. Today we're back building in Chestnut Ridge, which is the world that came with the Sims 4 Horse Ranch expansion pack. For today's build, I'll be building with all the packs to just try to mix and match different items from different packs. And also today's build is pretty special, at least for me. So we're currently building on the 64 by 64 lot in Chestnut Ridge. I forgot the exact lot name, but if you're able to read the lot name on the top left corner, that's where this one goes. But I think there's only one 64 by 64 lot available in Chestnut Ridge, so that's where it goes. But I think this can also fit in Henford and Bagley. I think there's also a 64 by 64 plot in that world as well. But anyway, today I'm recreating the Stardew Valley farm or Grandpa's farm and The Sims 4. If there are top two games that I play the most, it's The Sims and then Stardew Valley. So I really like that I was able to finally do this and combine the two games that I love. So now I have been wanting to do this build for quite some time now, and I think now is the perfect time. So now that we have additional animals like horses and of course the mini goats and sheep that you can purchase through what's that called? I'm not sure. I think it's like a feeder. It's a new furniture item that came with the Horse Ranch expansion pack, which is something that you can stock with hay and something that your horses can eat from. So that's that furniture where you can purchase the mini goats and sheeps. But anyway, so now with the Horse Ranch and of course Cottage Living, where we got the cows, the llamas, and chickens, we can now build like a full-blown farm like this one. And so I just really love this build so much and I hope you'd like it as much as I do. But anyway, now let's talk quite a little bit about the build. So what I tried to do here is I really wanted it to look or at least recognizable as the farm in Stardew Valley. It's not an exact replica because I did took some creative liberty for this one to really function as a farm that you can play on in The Sims 4. But I did try to include some aspects of the Stardew Valley farm in this build, like this house that you are seeing now. So what I modeled this from is the I think it's the upgraded house or the fully upgraded house in Stardew Valley. And I also added the side area on the right side where the shipping bin is usually is. And I think it's also the area where your spouse would have their sort of outdoor hobby area. And then I also included the stable for the horse. So in my personal Stardew Valley save, which is I'm currently on my year 8, I believe. I had my horse stable on the same location, which is on the left side of the house, because it just matches the roof of the house. So that's where I decided to place the stable. And then I also included the greenhouse in this build. So on Stardew Valley, on my Stardew Valley save, I did finish the community center quest, but I think I finished it rather late, or at least it took me quite some time or years in the game because I was a pretty chill farmer in terms of quests. I prefer doing the farm chores, like doing the crops, feeding the animals, or fishing and mining in Stardew Valley. And so I think I finished the community center quest around year 5 or 6. But anyway, other things I included in this build is the pet bowl area at the back of the house. But I did also include a pet bed because I made the area quite too big. So anyway, then there's also the cave, where in Stardew Valley you can either turn it into a mushroom or bat cave, where I think, because in my game I turned it into a mushroom cave, so where you can harvest different kinds of mushroom. But I think for the bat cave, I think the bats drop fruits. I'm not sure, but yeah. So I used the cave debug item from base game, which I think can be found in Oasis Springs. But for this one, it's more like a decorative, or at least I just really wanted to include it so that it could also be a representation for the Stardew Valley. Then I also have Grandpa's shrine on the left side of the greenhouse. So I used quite some items from, I think, Jungle Adventure, because it has that surface that looks like a rock. And then I did try to include, I tried to use a tomb, but the next morning when I continued the build, it turned into an urn. So you won't see it in the building process, but offline I did replace it with a wall decoration. I'm not sure which one, but I think it's a wall decoration, because yeah, the tomb turns into an urn, so I didn't really want that. So I did replace it with something else. And but you'll see it in the screenshots. And so by the way, my basis for this one is the standard farm layout in Stardew Valley, because that's also the type of farm layout that I have. So I have been playing with my Stardew Valley save for years now. So I think by the time that I played, the only farm layout available is the standard farm. But now there are already different farm types that you can play in. But what else? I did also build a not a farm, a barn, but it's more like an extra building. And because I really wanted um, to have that more of representation of Stardew Valley, but instead of using it for cows or llamas, what I did is I put a woodworking table in there. And since it's a sort of a lofted barn, I included a few sleeping bags in the loft area, because I didn't really know what else to put aside from the woodworking table. So I'm guessing maybe if you have farm hands, I'm not sure if farm hands do stay in your property. I don't think they do, but maybe if you have more than 3 sims, when they can sleep on the barn. That sounds a little cruel, but I do think it looks a little cozy, because I did put some hay, and I used the new rug that looks like scattered hay, so to give that sort of barn, or barn look. So anyway, anyway, I did section off the entire lot. So there's at least 3 to 4 areas for crops, and then the chicken also have their own area. And then the cows or the llamas also have their own area. And then the barn area is where you can place your mini goats and sheeps. So which are, by the way, are they're so cute, especially when they hop around. And I haven't played much with the mini goats and sheeps, but I did I did included them on this build. So I bought a few ones. I think I bought 8, and then I just checked the interactions that you can do with them, but nothing much around the mini goats and sheeps. Now, for the house, it's fully decorated. Like I said, I did took some creative liberty. I wanted this to look like Stardew Valley, but I also wanted it to feel like The Sims 4 at the same time. I'm not sure if that's making sense, but yes, the house is fully decorated, and I had so much fun with the interior. For the interior, I went for some red accents, of course, to match the exterior, and then some orange wood tones. And I did try to mix different wood textures with the furniture. I just feel like it works better with this kind of interior. And I also wanted it to look like updated, but still there are old touches. uh, I wanted it to look like there are still some old furnitures that was left by the grandpa that the grandkid has kept and still used. So that's that. Now for this house, we have 2 bedrooms, which are both upstairs. Now because the upstairs is pretty small, because it's pretty much between the roof, so the rooms are quite cramped, as well as the hallway. But your sim can still travel through it. But yeah, we have the master bedroom that has a double bed. Then we also have a toddler room. So this can fit up to 2 to 3 sims. And one thing that I'm also excited about this build is I was able to finally use the items for nectar making. So I have included the basement here, similar to Stardew Valley, where you can make it as a cellar for your nectars. So yeah, I really had so much fun when I was playtesting this build, and I think I'm going to play or continue playing in this farm for a while. So anyway, I think that's pretty much all I have to share for today. So if you want to download this build, it is already up in the Sims 4 gallery. My ID is simpolcheeks, which is the same as my YouTube handle and everywhere else. You can also find it under the hashtag simpolcheeks. If you want to download the tray files, they are completely free and they are linked in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Let's talk again on my next video. Bye!